So here we have a Yamaha Bravo transporter. It sat outside for about 15 years. I took the suspension out to free up a few things, and I had to put some seat bolts in. But just like the long track Bravos, lining up the bolts for the suspension can be quite a pain. There's one axle up here that bolts through and one back here. So I'm going to show you my method to do it, just to save you some headaches. The first step is to just loosely put in the bolts, in this case a screwdriver because it's just me and it's a little bit easier to thread than a bolt. Put the back axle in without the springs, just to keep it in place. So the next thing you want to do is get a ratchet strap and just loop that around the axle where the screwdriver and the bolt is there now, which is the top part of the shock, and the bottom part of the shock down here as well. And so what you're going to do then is you're going to ratchet it until this axle right here, where the bolts go in the front, until that starts to line up. Because before you start ratcheting it, the whole skid is too far this way, and then you can't get it in the hole. Now, what I can do now is I can push up on that when I turn the camera off and start to put my bolts in. Now, as you can see, I used the screwdriver trick again there, just because it's so much easier to put a screwdriver in a hole than thread a bolt in, especially when you're by yourself. And then I put the bolt in here. All right, now what I did is I took the bolt and the screwdriver out of this side, and I put the spring on, and now I'm going to lower it down a bit. Now I've installed the Teflons here, but I still got the springs loose, and I still got the ratchet strap in. So now I got these holes lined up here. So I got the screwdriver on one side here, and then on the other side, I'm gonna go ahead and pop in the bolt. Now you're gonna need a screwdriver to align this side as well, just to kind of get it in the right spot. Well, all 4 bolts are in now on each side. They're on there. It's really tricky to line them up sometimes, that final couple millimeters. Luckily, Yamaha, when they made them with this little bit of flat bit on the end of the bolt. And that's really good because what you can do is you can kind of stick the bolt in and wiggle it around and kind of use this lever without messing the threads up. So that kind of comes in handy. Anyway, it's in now. So all I need to do is get these springs here and pull them back up. Now you can use your hand or you can use a lever, but they're not crazy tension, so you can kind of just pop them in with your hand there, right? Just watch your fingers, of course. But yeah, lever's probably a better idea. Screwdriver, anything. Just kind of a little bit extra give there. There you have it. And one last thing for when I did put those bolts in here, these ones here. You should have it up off the ground just a smidge, because it gives you that little extra bit of wiggle room there to work with. So like it's maybe 2 or 3 inches off the ground. So that's it. The track's put back in and it's ready for the snow when we get some. It's back after its 15 years sitting under a maple tree. It's ready to hit the snow again.